launching a new show in 2010 called Egg Connect Expo. And when you launch a show, it's all about building the brand, creating the brand, building the brand, and then finding that core group that's going to start following you from the beginning, stick with you. It's really important then after you launch a show to find the right place for it to go after the launch. We're excited to have Egg Connect Expo then coming to Atlanta in 2011 for the second show, finding a lot of support from the industry, both on the attendee side and the exhibitor side, and a lot of support from the city itself too to bring the show here and to work through anything that we need help with, again being a new show with a lot to learn about a new market for us. Yeah, again with this show being sort of a newer event for us, we still expect it to be in its second year when it's here in Atlanta. We expect it to be close to 500,000 net square feet. So it's a good sized show. Farm equipment can be fairly large depending on what sort of product you're looking at. And then the attendance that would be coming, you've got everything from Jim Bob, the farmer out on the field, to someone coming over from Germany, someone from China. We've got an international component as well. So roughly around 20,000 people would be coming just on the buyer side. Add to that the exhibitors and the space, and it's a good sized show. It's coming to Atlanta. I think when anyone's planning a show in a city, they have to look at a couple things. One is, of course, the convention center and the space, and then two would be the hotel rooms. Are there enough hotels and convenient distance? And you also want to look at what's the airport? What's the ability for my people to get in and get out of the city? One thing for us with Atlanta, not only can we take advantage of the airport, the size with the number of flights that are coming in and out and the number of airlines that are flying in there, but also just Atlanta as a location. There's enough drive-in traffic that we can take advantage of as well for the show. So you put the drive-in with the airport, the size, the volume that it has going on, and that's really a plus for us as far as being able to bring in enough people. And we focus as well, of course, on international exhibitors and attendees coming in, and that's another thing too, is that you need an international airport, because again, take a farm show and there's a lot of destinations that host farm events, and it's definitely, they don't have international airports. So if I have somebody coming over from India, I want to give them as few connections as possible to get to their final destination, so they have some energy left to buy the equipment or to network or learn from the education session. So Atlanta offers us that ability to welcome our international attendees and exhibitors as well as our domestic. We AEM, this will be the second event that we're bringing to Atlanta. We also had World of Asphalt here in 2007, and again, the location of this city benefited our show as far as being able to allow for drive-in traffic as well as the airport. We use the convention center in very close proximity to the airport. Atlanta offers more than just one center. They've got downtown, but they've got two others in outlying areas. So even if one piece doesn't fit, you can find something else somewhere else that'll accommodate your needs. So we're fortunate in the fact that we've been able to bring two separate events to the city, or going to be bringing two separate events to the city and in two different places. The one nice thing about Atlanta is that the CVB, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, is very willing to work with you. Not only to get the contract signed, it goes well beyond that. They're working with you to market the city. They're working with you to get the right people there, to get the message out about your show. And then they're a great liaison between you as the show organizer and all the other local suppliers you might be using, especially the local hotels, and helping work through any issues that might arise, or just taking care of some things that you might need some help with being an out-of-towner. When we're looking at an event that we need to place somewhere, we have to look at what our audience is looking for, of course. And the show that we're bringing has, I've mentioned it, farmers. Farmers tend to travel with their families as well. So the destination that we were looking for has to accommodate not only your typical trade show buyer or seller, but also the family that comes with. So right here in Atlanta, you've got the aquarium, you've got Coca-Cola, you've got CNN, you've got some shopping, you've got great museums, a number of top-notch restaurants, not your typical run-of-the-mill chain restaurants. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but something different and new for some of these people to experience, as well as, again, the international appetite that's coming over. Someone, again, from India or from China might not be so interested in the local chain restaurant that many Americans are used to, but they're very happy to try the diverse food and restaurants that you've got in the area. So we're utilizing, I think, most of the hotels right around the convention center. The nice thing is that they're all larger business class hotels. They're national chains, so they do have loyalty programs and rewards programs. That's important to some of our people as well, and that helps. And then being in walking distance to the shopping and to the parks, and that really does help. When we're looking to find a home for our events, we're always asking our exhibitors and our attendees what it is that they're looking for. Not only do we survey folks to find what their top, their hot buttons are, but we're also just looking at the demographics of where they're located. Okay, where is it that we can get the best drive-in traffic, or where is it that we have the largest number of flights in an area? So that helps us to narrow the search. Then it also is going to depend on price, the cost of the show as it pertains to the exhibitor, the cost of the city as it pertains to the attendee. Those are all very important factors. So you're talking about your hotel rates, what the restaurant caliber is around you. What are they going to be paying for this? What's transportation costs? How much does it cost someone to get from the airport to the hotel or to the center? All those things come into play. So it gives us a starting point to say, here's all the information we've gathered, what do you all think? And then the exhibitors and the attendees come back in support or not in support. And for us, they're in support of Atlanta, of us bringing this event to Atlanta. I love Atlanta.